My name's Kathy, and I'm a resource consultant at Lansdowne Children's Center. Today I'm going to talk about letter and name recognition. Introducing letters and numbers usually begins around toddler age, in combination with shapes and colors. Even at this young age, letters can be included in daily activities your toddler enjoys. You can use foam letters like this in the water or in the bathtub. You can use magnetic letters on the fridge or even use a cookie sheet. As children grow older, a skill that is focused on is letter labeling and name recognition, especially around starting school. This skill is usually done in 3 steps. First step is recognition. Younger preschool children usually begin to recognize the shape of their first initial in their name and recognize it in the community. You may see your child point and say, "Look, that's my name," although it may only be their first initial. In preschool classrooms, we use many name labels on objects the children use daily. This may be their chair, cubby, carpet spot, or attendance wall. By interacting with the children individually, we can help them recognize their name by identifying the first letter and pronouncing it to them. Some children may have challenges in identifying their name if there's another child that has a similar looking name. For example, Sarah may have a hard time identifying her name next to Sean's name. In these situations, you may want to include the second letter. Extra practice and repetition will be key for them to identify their letter. Different games can also be implemented in the classroom or at home to encourage name recognition. Games like finding their name. In a small class group, hide each child's name around the classroom and have them go on a scavenger hunt to find their name. Let the children explore with magnetic letters on a tray. Then for a challenge, include matching name card so they can match the letters, or include letters in water or sand play. The second step to name recognition is the spelling of their name. This skill may begin closer to the time a child goes to school, but every child is different, and it's important to remember what level they are at developmentally. Children will usually begin to spell their name orally, but this comes with practice. A child may be able to recite, "I spell my name John" by memory without seeing the letters. Once this skill emerges, educators can begin to print the letters out or have activities with letters available that the child can identify each letter by seeing it. You can do this by having their name written on a solid name card. And then on a second name card, cut out the individual letters and let the children match their letter that they find to the spelling of their name. Using the name card, you can let them make Play-Doh snakes and let them put them on top of the letters. Repetition of this will help them not only remember how to spell their name, but to recognize more letters in their name and put them together. Practicing with both capital and lowercase will also better their letter recognition skills. The third and last step in name recognition is printing it out. When children are comfortable with recognizing and spelling their names, educators and parents can work on printing. These skills may not emerge until they enter kindergarten, but again, it's important to remember each child develops these skills at different times. Opportunity for children to print their names can be given at any time of the day with sidewalk chalk, paint, markers, crayons, or even in sand trays. Some may begin with hand over hand or tracing of letters. Again, try slowly introducing this skill by having the child learn to write the first letter of their name before advancing to the rest of the letters. Names are important, and names hold personal meaning to your child. Your child will get excited when they see that the letters in front of them are the letters in their name. Letter and name recognition is an important skill for children, and it can be incorporated into daily activities right from the toddler age until they transition into school. Letter and name recognition is also good building blocks for spelling as they advance through school. Parents and educators should ensure they practice these skills with their children consistently while keeping in mind the developmental level that their child is at. Thank you for joining our early on parent information session today.
A resource consultant from the Early Integration Program is available to talk to you should you want more information, support, or to discuss any concerns or questions you may have. Please contact us by email at eip@lansdowncc.com or by phone at 519-753-3153. Ask reception if you can speak to a resource consultant.